Today we are going to demonstrate how to use a small LCD screen with Arduino and Raspberry Pi. This LCD screen is 16 by 2, it means it can print up to 16 characters on one line and has two lines. The circuit for Arduino is pretty simple. This LCD screen uses i2c interface and it needs 5 volts to power it on. So in this setup I just connect 5 volts to VCC, GND to GND, A4 pin of Arduino to SDA, and A5 to SCL. That's it. We can run simulation to see how it works. So the same thing should be in real life. Source code for Arduino includes this liquid crystal i2c library, which we need to install in Library Manager. Search LCD. I already have it. Make sure that it's liquid crystal by Arduino and Adafruit, because there are some other libraries, but in this tutorial I use this one. It's already installed in my integrated development environment. This is address of that display, its parameters 16 by 2. I create 3 special characters from these byte arrays. You kind of see that these zeros and ones represent pixels, and you will see that later we will make an animation from these characters. So in the setup function we initialize the display, enable backlight, set cursor, print these fancy words, and create our characters. In the main loop we iterate from 0 to 2, and here our characters 0, 1, 2. We write them at the same position, and we also print time in milliseconds. Let's compile this and upload. In real life it performs almost like in simulation, but this LCD screen has a very small refresh rate. The circuit for Raspberry Pi is also very simple, only 4 wires, which are 5 volts to VCC, GND to GND, GPIO2 to SDA, GPIO3 to SCL. To program this LCD display for Raspberry Pi, we use RPLCD library with i2c interface, and we import this class. We initialize LCD object. This is just a name of a microchip. Make sure it matches yours. Address, which is typically 27, number of characters per row and number of rows. Again, we create the same characters as in Arduino using these methods. Print some fancy words, and in the main loop we iterate from 0 to 2 to show these characters on the display. We also print time in milliseconds. But to work, to make this program work on Raspberry Pi, we need to do some configuration and installation of additional packages. So I log into Raspberry Pi and install these packages. Then I need to create this virtual environment. On Raspberry Pi, Python will not allow you to install its packages without that virtual environment. We need to also activate it. You notice that the prompt changed. It shows that we are now in that virtual environment, and we install RPLCD and SMBus. We also need to run this program. In interface option, we need to enable i2c interface. It's already enabled in my Raspberry Pi, but it could be disabled. It is disabled by default, so make sure that you have enabled it. Now let's create a file. Let's say it will be LCD 16 by 2 pi, and we are going to copy paste this code into that file. Now let's run it. This LCD demonstration on a Raspberry Pi is essentially identical to what we have seen on Arduino. That is all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and support me through a link in the description. See you next time.